Pretty much. The universe gave me this realization about what just recently happened in my personal life. I had a friend where, and this is going on. It's really missioners for my astrology channel. I had an Aquarius who they're like I said before, they're mental, and this is part of the Aquarius thing. Post. She was very mental. I'm Leo energy. I'm Leo Mars. I'm Leo rising. So I live from my heart, and the universe dropped something in my consciousness because I wasn't thinking about it, and I realized it just flowed through my consciousness, and I gave her quite a bit of money in homelessness so she can fund her dream, so she can get what she needs to go in her dream. Very recently, the universe put me in position to listen to be on the phone with her. And the universe, I get why now the universe made me speak to her. Because the universe was giving me a front row seat to balance. When I gave her this money, she shamed me because of my situation. Whether she wants to falsify, and I said her in a different reading that she was trying to make it my fault that she left when it wasn't my fault. She said, "Oh, you were acting like a homeless person. You weren't showering. You weren't washing your clothes. You looked messy and all that other stuff." And I thought about it when I was in McDonald's the other day when I was walking downtown. I said, "So what? I was homeless. What if I couldn't afford it?" Like, I know now, if my hair's not cut, if I'm wearing the same stinky clothes, and I'm not able to wash them, it's because I can't afford it. Not because I want to. Now, I'm a minimalist, so I wear the same thing every day, for the most part, until it starts to stink. I gotta put a rule on it, maybe like 4 days, 3 days, I wear the same thing, I switch my clothes. But outside of that, I couldn't afford it, and you weren't helping. You weren't saying, "Yo, let me get your clothes and I wash it for you." She may have said that once or twice, but that wasn't no demand. It wasn't like some like she lived in the city. She lived in a whole nother state of Jersey, and I was in Manhattan. So she had to come. She had to come down to me, or I had to go up to her, which cost money on top of her washing her own clothes for her and her child. Strike number one. Strike number two is the universe. While I was investing in her, she shamed me and she said, "Oh, I can't be a friend because and my mother said, "Oh, I have to focus on myself." That's the last time I met her in person. And the universe put her in position where she was talking to some boy, and when she was outside the house for a couple hours, and she walked in. Her mother told her to get the fuck out. And when she called me, she was in a shelter. I'm not in a shelter, as you see. I'm in my own house. Or a house that somebody gave to me. Somebody lets me live in for free. 8th house. Other people's resources. And I'm not shaming her. I just want to share with you the Aquarius, or you got to be careful with the friendships. And I just saw a post by Gilly, the kid, that said, sometimes it's not about, sometimes how fast you become successful, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So the people on the way up is the people you're going to see on the way down. So if you burning bridges, sometimes when you get older, or when you grow, you're gonna got to re-walk across those bridges. And it's funny that she even told me, because I didn't block her on my astrology account, that she's seeing me on social media. And I told her she's gonna see me again on social media, because I'm gonna be a public figure, so you're gonna see me again. because I blocked her on my main account. And I said to myself, the spirit told me, the reason why she went into a shelter is because she said she paid it forward. She helped somebody else who needed the help, because she was looking for me, because I blocked her because she hurt my feelings very deeply. And then on top of that, she stole from me. And that's not something she boldly like to say, I stole from you, I'm sorry. She just makes an excuse and says, she used my lift account without my permission, and she didn't pay. She volunteered to pay me back, but that's not the point. She stole. And I had to understand, the universe said to me, we took her house because she didn't pay her debt. 8th house. I think Scorpio rules debt, I think. Or Saturn. When you burn your bridges like that, and I hear reading after reading that says she's thinking about it, she's regretting certain things because she burned the bridge for real. And when you do that to people, and I said this is one of the main reasons why, as a Leo and an Aquarius, we can't be friends. Because I said that's like the people who invested in my dream deliberately and intentionally, directly, not indirectly, directly invested in my dream. That's like me paying it forward before I pay it back. Now, paying it forward is default. That's something that you do by default. But when somebody directly paid for your dream, and yes, you can wait to get successful and then you pay some people back. I get that. But while you can, like my friend invested in my dream, the person who lets me live in his house, I do my best to add value to her some way, some shape, somehow. Just so I don't owe her. So when I do come with the physical money, it's just a bonus. She didn't pay her debt with me. And I've seen this happen in somebody else's life as well. You didn't pay the debt of a person who's been investing in you. So the universe took from you what you were trying to fulfill moving forward. Or they took from you just to show you weren't supposed to do that. You were supposed to go pay your debt. And I think the universe even put me in a position to get my debt back. But she said, you don't know what I could do for you right now. And I was so turned off as an investor that I didn't care for that no more. You burned me already. Well, I don't care for what you got to say. You burned this bridge. I'm done with you. Because I said, I know how our mindsets are different. Because I would never pay it forward before I pay it back. And if I do pay it forward before I pay it back, I make sure, especially if your donation shifted everything for me, your investment shifted my life, I go back and I say, how can I help you? How can I serve you? How can I give to you? Especially if it was direct, not indirect. Indirect people can wait. Meaning gifts, kind gestures, but I mean directly. They saw you and they helped you. You directly go back to them in any way that you can to serve them. Because when you don't pay your debt, the universe takes from you. So the Aquarius is so mental that she was just trying to logically put stuff together, and that doesn't make sense. Because that's why I knew I need somebody who operates from here, not just from here. So that's part one of my dealing with the Aquarius. I wouldn't say they're all disgusting and they're evil, but they don't got enough heart for me, to be honest with you. That doesn't work for me. I need somebody with heart. Peace.